Scott Jennings on CNN. He's actually a sane person on CNN. It's weird and refreshing. But every now and again, they have to show someone ballpark sane on there. Otherwise, it's just like a complete and obvious clown show. Here he is describing the just complete ridiculousness of the Democrats now applauding a guy like Dick Cheney.
And Scott, I'm just thinking back to your days working for that administration. Some of those voters who really loved George W. Bush, loved Dick Cheney, don't see themselves reflected in the current Republican Party or with Donald Trump. Do you understand that? What do you say to them? And what do you think this sort of move, the case that they're building, as Van was just talking about, says to a voter like that?
There's no question that the parties have changed. I mean, since the George W. Bush days, you have had cohorts of Republicans that have migrated out, and some of them have migrated over the Democratic Party. It's also true that the Democratic Party has changed. You've had a lot of working class voters, union members, and others who've migrated over to the Republican Party. So you have had some, cross-pollination, some shifting coalitions. And what I would simply say is that Democrats have called Dick Cheney a war criminal for 20 years. And now all of a sudden they're clapping like seals to get his endorsement. This does not strike me as people who are interested in listening to your conservative viewpoints. They are hungry for power. They will take Dick Cheney's endorsement today. But believe you me, in their hearts, they wouldn't want to go out to dinner with Dick Cheney, let alone have him have any influence over the next government. And I doubt that he would.
Of course, and that literally, it's just as easy as that. You don't have to analyze it beyond that. RFK saw that clip, and RFK Jr., and he had a great tweet. I thought this was perfect. Liberals, take note. If you support Kamala Harris, you are now on the same side of Dick Cheney. So I want everyone, for just a moment, I want you to think about your aunt who's, let's say, 50 to 70, or your cousin, or somebody, your friend or your brother-in-law, who has been a lifelong Democrat. And I want you to ask them, I dare you to do it. I know you don't want to talk politics with these people because they usually yell at you and kick you out of their house. But I want everyone to ask the relative that they know who was the Democrat back in 2004, what did you used to think about Dick Cheney? And then I want you to have them explain how they think it is now good that he is supporting Kamala Harris. It is all so freaking obvious if you just take a breath and are brave enough to see what's going on here.